Alright, so to get started, we have our muscadine. Now we also have some scuppernong in here. And to clear up any confusion, scuppernong is a muscadine. It's just a different color and a different flavor. I think this is our favorite one out of all of them. We're going to go ahead and wash them. As you can see, we've been doing that. They've been soaking for a little while, and you can see a little bit of film on the water. And then we're going to drain them out, and we're going to go over here and drop them in our stock pot. Okay, so once we get them over in our stock pot, the one thing you need to remember is it doesn't matter how many grapes that you have. You want to make sure that you have at least 2 inches of water from the top of your muscadine to your water level. Alright, so we went ahead and decided to go ahead and set it up out here on our outdoor canning unit. And we got us a nice little net lid here to keep everything out. What we're going to do is we're going to bring this up to a rolling boil. And as soon as it does that, we're going to drop it down to a simmer, and then we're going to let it go for about an hour.
Now when you get into this part, this is the rolling boil part. What I do is I take my potato masher. You probably have something better. Just take your masher and mash them down as they're boiling, and then turn it down to a simmer and do it 45 minutes to an hour, and then we'll come back at you. But just keep mashing throughout the process so that they can, you can mash them down, and then we'll put them in the processor after they get done. We had to bring it in because it started to rain, but this is about an hour after it's boiled and simmered and you've mashed it down, and now we're getting ready to put it through the processor. Now what we do is take it out of the pot and pour it in this thing, and what we'll do is turn it, and then it'll squeeze all the juice out without the pulp and all the seeds and stuff into the bottom of the pot. But I have it measured out. That is equivalent to about 9 cups of muscadine juice. Then we're going to add in our pectin, do about 2 packets. So the recipe I'm following, you're going to take how many ever cups of juice you have and add 1 more cup of sugar to it. So we had about a little over 8 cups of juice. So we're going to do 9 cups of sugar. And this is just granulated sugar. Then we got 9 cups of sugar in there, and we're going to turn it on and dissolve that.
Okay, as soon as you get all that dissolved in there, you want to get it to a rolling boil again.
And now you can see it's rapid boiling with the pectin in there. We're going to go let it go anywhere from 30 seconds to 1 minute to let it set up.
Alright, after that 1 minute's up, you want to keep stirring until it starts to cool and thicken up just a little bit. Now yours may look a little different than ours. We used the second size screen to the smallest, which only lets a little bit of the meat from the grape in and the juice.
What I like to do is just take it by my big measuring cup, and just pull it out. Just kind of skim it off there. Let's see.
Now, all we're going to do really is just make sure that we leave ourselves a 1-inch headspace, and you guys try to make sure you don't get your kitchen counter as messy as Bobby got ours. Anyway, the next step's pretty simple. Just get you a kitchen helper to go ahead and pop some lids and rings on there. Only hand tighten them, and then it's easy. You're just going to load them up in your canner.
What I've done is I had it too much for just 1 layer in my water bath. So what I did was take the bottom of my pressure canner out and put it on top of these jars. Some people say you do it, some people say don't. Just don't sit them directly on top of each other and you should be fine. But we're going to fill this up with hot water. Since my jars are already hot, if I put cold water in there, you know what's going to happen. They're going to break. So I'm going to put some warm water in there, and then I'm going to start it and boil it. And for jellies, you're going to want to process in the water bath. For us, we do 5 minutes for jellies and 10 minutes for jams. And then you increase it by so many minutes for each elevation.
Okay guys, we're almost done. You just want to make sure that when you fill up your canner, you leave at least 2 inches of water from the top of your jars up, and you don't start your timer on that 10 minutes until your water starts to actually boil. Alright everybody, this is what we got. Now I'm going to go ahead and open one up. We're going to see if they gel, because they all sealed. So we're going to go ahead and see if they gelled. I got one cracked right here. I'm interested in tasting this anyway, because we've never made it before. We make jams and jellies all the time. We just ain't never did. Oh yeah. There we go. So I'm taking all these gelled up really nice in. That's some of the best grape tasting jelly. Wow, that's really good. My new favorite. Okay, everybody, thank you for watching. If you have any comments or questions, leave them below. And if you want to see more awesome recipes like this, just go to yougrowfood.com.